Hey, what is up YouTube? I am back here with another video, and today I am going to be showing you how to make Penny, which is Cash's sister. It's been requested, but if you want to make her, here's what you are going to need. You're going to need red concrete powder, red wool, red concrete, gray terracotta, white wool, light gray concrete powder, brown terracotta, and light gray terracotta. Pause the video if needed, grab all those materials, and once you have all those, here's what you're going to want to do. So to start off with Penny, you want to place 2 red concrete powder on the ground. So 1, 2. Follow that up with 1 red wool, 2 red concrete, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete. Well, powder. For the next 2 rows, just copy what you have. So, like I said, for the next 2, and do that. Then for the next row, do 2 red wool, 4 red concrete, 2 red wool. And for the next, let's say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, you want to do 2 red concrete powder, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete powder. And like I said, for the next 6. So that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Should bring that up to about 10. Yep, that's right. Okay. Perfect. Come on. Let me drag it all the way up. There we go. Then for the next row, you want to do 1 red concrete powder, 2 red wool, 2 red concrete, 2 red wool, 1 powder. For the next row, do 2 wool, 4 red, 2 wool. Continuing on to the torso, you want to do 1 red, 1 gray, 4 wool, 1 gray, 1 red. For the next row, actually, this wants to instead be concrete, like so. Then for the next row, do 1 gray, 6 red, 1 gray. Then do 2 gray, 4 red, 2 gray. Then 2 gray, 1 red, 2 powder, 1 red, 2 gray. Then 2 gray, 4 red, 2 gray. Copy this for another 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3. Like I said, just copy that. Penny is a very, very, very simple statue, so this will probably be a pretty short video. For the next row, you want to do 2 gray, 1 red, 2 powder, 1 red, 2 gray. For the next row, do 2 gray, 4 red, 2 gray. Continuing on up, do 3 gray, 2 red, 3 gray. Then do 3 gray, 2 white, 3 gray. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that. Pause the video if needed, get all that down. And once you have that, it is time to continue on. So continuing on, what you want to do is come over and find this row right here. The one with the gray terracotta, the very first row. And you come out on either side by placing 1 red concrete, 2 red wool. The same thing on the other side. So 1 red concrete, 2 red wool. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to start on the left here since I'm already here. And what you want to do is you want to just copy this row, the first row again. Then going on top of that, you want to do about 8 rows. And what you basically want to do is drag this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then fill this all in with red concrete powder, like so. And then for the final 2 rows, just do 2 solid rows of red concrete, like so. Then all you need to do is once you have that one arm, you come over to the other side and do the same exact thing. So copy this row, the very first row, go up by 8 with your red concrete, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fill in the last 2 rows with your red concrete powder. Then finish it off just by doing 2 solid rows of red concrete, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that. Once you have that, what you want to do now is come over to the back here, and coming over to the back, let's just say go back by 2 with your concrete powder, make that 3 actually, on either side. So 1, 2, 3. Connected in the middle with this little sequence. 1 concrete powder, 1 red wool, 2 red concrete, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete powder. And basically all you need to do, well, okay. For the next row, 2 rows, just copy what you did for the first row. Like so. Then doing this row, you want to do 3 red wool, 2 red concrete, 3 red wool. Then for the next row, and for the rest of the statue, just copy what you have on the front. But literally, that's all you need to do. So, hey, stinking Discord notification. Almost there. Okay. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that for the legs. Continuing on to the torso, you want to do a solid row of red concrete. For the next 2 rows, you want to do 1 red concrete, 6 red wool, 1 red concrete. And like I said, that's for the next 2. So there's 2. Then do for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the next 5 rows, do 1 red concrete, 1 red wool, 6 concrete powder, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete. And like I said, for the next 5. So this being the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Bring that up, and she just went off. Okay. I ain't gonna say her name because then it goes off again. I don't know why it went off. And then to do it, you want to do 1 red concrete, 6 red wool, 1 red concrete, and copy that for another row. So, like so. Then to finish off the statue, just do 2 solid rows of red concrete, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that. And once you have done that, you're going to basically just copy what you have on the front for the arms. So, I would honestly say pretty simple. Copy, 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 copy. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty simple statue to do. I mean, there ain't really much whenever it comes to detail. It's literally just cash, except for a girl. It's like the same exact layout of the skin and everything, so ain't much difference here. Okay, and then for the sides, all you need to do is you just need to, once you have the back, pause the video if needed, come over to the sides here, and you just want to play color match. So, build that in, all matching the colors all the way up, like so. And once you reach the top, make sure you come in by 2 with your red concrete or any block you want, so there's no holes in your statue. But once you've done the one side, it should look a little bit like that. Then moving over to the other side, just do the same exact thing. So literally just play a little bit of color match. Oh, there goes the concrete powder. Filling this all in here. Almost there. Fill this in with 2 like so. And then come down, break these 2 blocks. Leaving you something that should look like this on the other side. Once you have done that, all you need to do is come over to the front here. Dang, this looks weird. And what you want to do coming up to the top here, you want to place, let's just do white terracotta, kind of, and place white terracotta here, come out by 1, and do this little sequence of block for the second row. So 1 gray terracotta, 6 white terracotta, 1 gray terracotta. For the next row, do 1 gray terracotta, 1 white wool, 1 light gray concrete powder, 2 white terracotta, 1 light gray concrete powder, 1 white wool, 1 gray terracotta. Then do 1 gray terracotta, 1 light gray terracotta, 1 brown terracotta, 2 white terracotta, 1 brown terracotta, 1 light gray terracotta, 1 gray terracotta. For the next row, do 3 gray terracotta, 2 white terracotta, 3 gray terracotta. Then do 1 gray terracotta, 6 white terracotta, 1 gray terracotta. Then do a solid row of gray terracotta. Then do 1 concrete powder, 6 gray terracotta, 1 red concrete powder, and finish it off with a solid row of red concrete powder, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that. We'll come back and we will do the extra detail on the front once it is finished. But for the back here, coming towards the back here, well, actually the sides, break these 2 blocks, replace them with your gray concrete on either side, and then go back by 1 more row with your gray terracotta. Do I have a better picture? No, I don't. Okay, so let's say for this row, you want red concrete powder, it almost looks like. But it makes it hard. Oh no, wait, actually, this is alright. Okay. But right about here, I'm pretty sure you want red concrete powder, so place a solid row of red down below, and then fill that in with your red concrete powder. And then come out for the statue by 2 with your red wool. So 1, 2. Like so. Leaving you with something that should look like this on either side. Then basically moving on up here, what you want to do is you want to do this little sequence of blocks. You want to do 2 gray terracotta, 1 red concrete powder, 4 red wool. Then do 2 gray terracotta, 1 red concrete powder, 4 red wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you want to do 1 gray terracotta, 1 red concrete powder, 5 red wool. Then do 1 gray terracotta, 1 red concrete powder, 5 red wool. For the next row, do 1 red concrete powder, 3 red wool, so 1, 2, 3, 2 red concrete powder, 1 red wool. Well, actually, let's make that a red concrete. Then going up, you want to do 3 red wool, so 1, 2, 3, 1 red concrete powder, 2 red concrete powder, 1 red concrete. And finish that off by doing 1, 2, 3, 4 red wool, then 3 red concrete. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. Come over to the other side and do the same exact thing. So just copy what you have on the front here. Nothing else to it. Okay. And this actually must be red concrete like so. Leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this for the sides. And basically for the back here, it's, I will just say, basically all solid red wool, except for right here. Actually no, it's just solid red wool. So just fill this in with your red wool like so. And then once you get to the top, just fill that all in with your red wool too. So. Leaving you basically with this, but all we need to do is we just need to add in a little bit of 3D details, filling the front, but first I'm going to start off with the ears. So for the ears, what you want to do is just expand out every red concrete by 1. But there's one thing that I missed, and it's down at the bottom here, right where you see this first row of red concrete. You want to do a diagonal, a bottom left diagonal of it. Basically placing this block right here. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So bring all the red concretes out by 1 and do a bottom left diagonal. Leaving you with this on both sides. And once you have done that, it is time to move over onto the front. So for the front here, what you want to do is you want to find this block right here, and you want to move right by 1, place a block. Move back to that original block, go up by 1, place 1, up by 2, place 1, up by another 1, left 1. Then skip a block, place 2, go down by 1, up by 1, skip a block, place 2, then go down by 1, 2, and come down to the third one, skip that block, and go left by 1, leaving you with this so far. Once you have done that, just return up to the top and fill this in with your gray terracotta. And all you need to do is just fill in all the gray terracottas with gray terracotta like that. Then moving on up, you want to go place red concrete powder on either side and leave these 2 blocks blank, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like that. Once you have done that, this is your penny statue 100% fully complete. And there is one last little thing if you want to do it, and all it is just raise out the little hairs, the hair on the front, which is all the gray terracotta, out by 1. In my opinion, it makes it look a whole lot better, but it's totally up to you if you want to do that. So, fill that in, leaving you with something that should look a little bit like this. And once you have done that, you are 100% fully done with your Penny statue. On that little note, let me give you guys a little go around here. And on that little note, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And on an extra note, be on the lookout for Cash, maybe Nico's house, and maybe some real world builds, if those are suggested in this week. But on that little note, I hope to see you guys in the next video, and bye.